So I've had this problem for a while. I do not have enough space for all my crap. So I decided today I'm going to fix that. So this is the facial hair, and as always, I'm bringing you a video with completely, utterly not a topic you thought it would be, but the title does serve its purpose. I decided today I'm going to fix the issue that I've been having of having not enough space for all of my stuff. So I decided I'm going to build a stand to raise my Xbox up. So not only does that give better ventilation, but that also gives access for me to put stuff under it. Like right now, it's my tablet is stored under there, and perhaps later I'll put controllers or something under there. So with that, I decided to make this time-lapsed construction video. To talk about it real quick, this is not going to be in line with the video because that would be way too hard to line all the video up. But I basically went to Home Depot because they were open, and I told them, I was like, "Hey, look, I wanted to make this blueprint that I drew up in like 30 seconds. It's actually more of a doodle, but I told them, I was like, "Hey, I want to make this real. I want to make it out of wood. Can you help me?" And they were like, "Absolutely." So the one guy that worked there, he took me back to the lumber section, giggity, and that's inappropriate. And he told, like, I told the measurements, and he told me that my measurements were way off because apparently you don't need 2-inch thick wooden legs for this project. So after getting my measurements fixed, we settled on one piece of 3/4 inch plywood for the top and 4 1-inch square dowels for the legs, and 4 L brackets to mount them to the top. So that's basically what I ended up getting, and it all came out to about $17. So not terrible considering for a stand like this, pre-made, Amazon wants like 20 to 20, about $20 to $25 for it with shipping. So I mean, if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money and you have a garage full of tools, then yeah, that's going to work out better. Plus, it's kind of cool that I made it myself. So basically what you do to start with is you take the main board, you flip it over, so you decide which side you want to be the top, even though it's probably not going to be seen because for me, there's an Xbox on it. So you flip it over, you sand everything like you'll see in the video. Make sure it's nice and smooth-ish. You still want a little rough or a little raw so that the paint can bond really well to it. But initially you want it to be a little smooth so you have a nice smooth surface to work with. So you get it all sanded down. You sand all the edges, especially because after you get it cut, there's those little side bits that come off. So you sand it all down and you measure everything up. And for me, not that much measuring because everything's been pre-cut. You find your holes. I decided to mount the brackets to the feet first, which can be, I mean, the way my brain works, it just helps me position it. So I found the holes and I did everything I needed to do, and I drilled in the screws. Come to find out that I didn't have enough screws, so as you'll see in the video, I had to hunt through the garage to find some screws. They're not the best screws in the world, but it did work. And the video did quit out prior to me finishing, so there's going to be a little bit of time loss, but you will see, I believe you'll see me having to chop off the top of some of the screws. So that was a little danger, little action for you guys, keep you entertained. So that's basically what I ended up doing. I had to finagle some of my own screws, and it worked out well. It's not perfect. It's the first thing I've built in a while, so I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a learning experience. And I'm really proud with how it came out. So basically, after you get everything screwed, you mount it to the dowel rod that uses a leg, and then you mount the dowel rod with the L bracket to the underside of the board, and then once it's all screwed down, you flip it over. Initially, I was going to take some really nice, really thick, like outdoor fence screws that I had. I was going to drill through the center. But that ended up being way too much effort, as you'll see, and so I ended up with one support screw that I didn't feel like taking out. So there's one support screw on the back of the unit, but I really did not want to go through the effort to put the other 3 in. So it could have been a cool idea if I had planned a little bit further ahead for it, but I didn't. It was one of those last minute additions that rarely ever work. So after all was said and done, took me, not counting painting, probably about 25 minutes or so to put everything together. And then painting was about an hour because you count dry time. And I did 2 coats of black, no primer because you want it to soak into the wood. So it's 2 coats of black, normal gloss black because I didn't have any flat, and 2 hits of clear coat because of the heat the Xbox is going to put out. And basically everything else just came into being. Hey guys, so after the camera dying on me because I guess it can't record that long, and some more vested interest and some more effort, this is the final product. The clear coat on the top is drying. I don't know how good this camera is, if you can see the clear coat drying or not. I doubt it, but it's on top there. And yeah, it came out pretty well. Obviously it's not straight. This is the first thing I've built out of wood in a while, but I think it's pretty good. And I'm excited to use it. You can see the legs a little unstraight there. And yeah, I'm thoroughly happy with how it came out. The Xbox is going to sit on top, and then the tablet's going to go under it. Either way, haven't figured that out necessarily just yet. And it's going to be fantastic. It is 10 by 12, so I'm looking at that as the tablet's probably going to go this way because the Xbox is going to sit that way. So that may be what happens. If you notice, I've got it all hooked up here now. That's the stand with the Xbox on it. A little bit grainy in here. Sorry, I don't have the best light. I need to fix that. But that's the Xbox sitting up there. I have the tablet under it. That's going to be good so I can put a lot of things there, utilize the space. Because as you can tell, and I'll do a full workup of my setup later, but as you can tell, I've done some upgrades. I have my second table now as well. So that's the end result. I really like it. It came out very well in my opinion, and I will leave a link in the description, I think, if I can figure out how to do it, with all the with the blueprints for it and all the details and everything.